Okay, so this is my second video of the day. Haven't left the spot. I wanted a separate video to address this one. My ex hit me up, which isn't a big deal, but it's July 8th. She hit me up on... I'm sorry, I had to move my mouse. The 3rd, July 3rd. So right before the 4th of July. And she sent me a text. I'm paraphrasing, guys. I can't pull it up. It was like, so should I just assume you never want to see me again and I should stop reaching out? Which, to be honest, was really dramatic, but also kind of true. It just sounded harsh, so I felt bad. I was like, damn. Like, I don't ever want to... Like, I don't fucking hate you. But I do think in terms of moving on, like, yeah, if you don't hit me up and we don't hang out, that's going to help me move on. But I thought if I just texted back, like, yeah, or gave it a little thumbs up, that'd be pretty harsh. So, I just texted her, can I call you? And we talked for over 2 hours on the phone because, you know, we're still like best friends. And it's just nice to hear from her. And I'm not mad at myself. For context, we've talked like 3 times or communicated 3 times since the breakup. The first one was like 3-ish weeks after we broke up. It would have been our 1-year anniversary from our first date. So I booked a reservation, which was dumb of me in hindsight. Not really. I don't fully regret it. And it was a lovely night. Like, we got dinner, we caught up, and I loved it. And seeing her and hearing her voice and hearing her laugh and all that was lovely. The thing that sucked is, like, I think it hit a little too hard for me in terms of bringing back feelings because she was still saying, you know, love and bug and stuff like that. And it just, like, temporarily for a few hours felt like it was all a bad dream, the breakup. So I took off that day of work and the next day because I was just crying and bedridden and not doing good. And then she hit me up like 2-3 weeks later to go to Summerfest with her, which I said was a bad idea. That was on a Saturday. And then that Sunday I ran a half marathon because I was just in my head about it. Looked at her Venmo history. I couldn't tell if she was playing me and a homie, which she wasn't. And now I feel bad even posting that video that I was having that thought. But it was mainly me trying to like find an excuse or motivation to move on. And then now the day before I leave for Nashville. So at least when she hits me up, it's eventful. It's either I'm crying, taking off work, leaving the state, or running a half. But this will probably be the last time. Essentially, I did answer her question, but and said, like, it'd be, you know, she's already on dating apps, and I can't judge. I move really quickly, especially in terms of dating apps, which doesn't even mean you've moved on. But it was hard to hear, but that was, like I said, it was a 2-hour conversation. We covered everything. We covered my, like, job search and job, and, you know, told her I'm going to be unemployed probably soon. Might move, that I'm not doing well. Did get a flex. I ran a half marathon. She didn't even believe me, so I had to send her the pics. She covered like her job search because she's graduating soon. And selfishly, part of the reason we broke up was like, I'm a little bitter now. That's the thing. Anytime I talk with her, I get a little bitter because part of the reason we broke up is she was like, I don't feel good enough about us. Or if I got a job somewhere else and asked you to move with me, I'd feel good about it. And I wouldn't want to do long distance. I'm like, that's fair. But she's doing what she can to stay in the city of where she is now. Which is fine, but the reason it made me bitter is because I was like, let's not worry about things until we're there. But I also get you don't want to waste someone's time. And I think reflecting on it, that's essentially the reason we broke up. She has her career for life picked out. She went to like a, you know, a very specialized program in college, grad school, and she'll be set for life making good money. And she's known she's wanting to do that for a while. She also knows that the city she's in right now, she's got friends and she likes it and she wants to stay there. 3, she knows she wants kids and she's going to be such a good mom. Genuinely. where you look at those three things for me, career-wise, I don't know what the fuck I want to do. I don't think I want to stay in Milwaukee forever. I might move and want to come back. I don't know. But, like, in terms of location, I got no idea. And kids have gone back and forth. I think for some reason in the last 2 years I've been a little, I don't know, about having kids, where I think the first, like, 20 years of my life I was adamant I wanted to be a dad. And I think just with that, she was like, you know, just we couldn't see a long-term picture together, we both said. And that, I think, is the long story of why we broke up. But it makes me mad, because I'm like, then don't fucking hit me up. I do like it. Like, when I see her name pop up, I get giddy, and it makes me feel wanted and desired, which I don't feel right now by friends or by fucking companies when I apply for jobs. So it is nice. But I don't want, just because my lack of feeling desired, to make a self-destructive choice. But long story short, she was just super nice and was like, I mean, it did annoy me to an extent, just because it was like, it was tough in terms of jealousy. I'm just jealous. She's got a good support system. She knows what she knows what she wants. But then also, I think, as much as it made me mad and bitter, like, she mentioned that she's gone on a couple of dates with this one guy, and they're probably cutting it off, and they haven't done anything. And I'm like, you don't even have to tell me that. But it did make me feel a little better, because I was like, we only broke up, like, less than 2 months ago. I think I'd have to look at the exact day. And if you've gone on 4 dates, you've probably been seeing him for at least 2 weeks or so, maybe 4 weeks. So I don't know, I think it made me feel a little better, because I'm like, I feel like I've moved on quickly because I've needed a significant other to have a good support system. Like, the significant other's been, it shouldn't be as heavy as it is. You know, your friends and family should be a good part of your support system and your significant other, because if it's all your significant other and you break up, you're fucked. And I think me having back-to-back relationships for like 8 years, 7 years, that's why I'm a little fucked up right now. So I think, I don't know, it's hard not to be, like, she's lovely. I don't really have bad things to say, and the bad things I have said are just, like, manifestations in my head to help me move on. Like, I really can't say anything bad about her. But I think it made me feel like, okay, maybe she's like that, where she feels she needs to have a significant other, which I don't think is a bad thing. But I think for me, it made me feel a little bit better, just because I feel that way right now. That's all. And I think it'll help me move on. Because if she's going on dates with multiple different people and multiple with one person, like, I told her, you know, if we were to ever I told her, like, we can't hang out. One, if you're doing that. Two, like, I'd probably want to get back together if we hung out. And I wouldn't expect you to promise that. And if that didn't happen, then I'd probably just get mad or, like, spend a couple days crying again and be like, oh, I just wasted more of your time, wasted more of my time. And she's like, yeah, I couldn't guarantee that, so I get it. So, you know, it was really respectful. Like I said, nothing but love for her. And she was really sweet, you know. She said she used to be pretty depressed, and it just took a lot of effort. She moved, not a different job, but, like, she moved out of state, got out of a relationship, and it took a lot for her to be in a place where she's consistently happy now. But she's like, I promise you it gets better. Which I keep. She's told me that. I've heard people say that, but it's hard to believe. Because I don't feel better yet. And I know I'm just being impatient. It's going to take time. I need to keep changing. I need to keep making changes, but it's hard. But yeah, essentially, we ended the convo. I was like, hey, as much as I love and appreciate you, like, you got to figure out you right now. If you're going on dates, and for me, I don't want you reaching out, long story short. And she was like, respectfully, heard, I won't reach out, just know I'm always here if you need me, which was really nice. She was like, if you need someone to talk to, if you need to get laid, if you need to get dinner or lunch. But she's a sweetheart. Selfishly, I was rooting for her to move because I think it's hard for me. I have 2 exes, the 2 that really hit me, no disrespect to my first one, both live in Milwaukee. So I think it's just a little hard on me. Not like I go out and I'm going to run into them, but it's just something in the back of my head that I use as an excuse. But yeah, long story short, I think it's good. Got like some closure. And now I can worry about me, but I think we're going to get pretty drastic with the decisions and changes here. Like, honestly, I think, I honestly am pretty keen on, like, moving the fuck out and it either biting me in the ass or being a good decision or who the fuck knows. But then I started thinking about money when my friends were talking about jobs the other day, so we'll see. And there's one job that I'm apparently in the mix for, but it's been a long process, so we'll see. That one would be 100% remote, but they'd want me to stay in Milwaukee. If that one pans out, I think I'd stay at least for a year and try to like prove myself and tell them, hey, now I want to move. If they say no, I figure it out then. And if not, like, I feel like I seriously just have to move. It's just a debate. Part of me is like, I have to move to a complete different state. Part of me is like, no, just move out into the city. But I don't really know. I gotta think about a lot of things, so I guess this was a separate video just addressing I got the closure I needed with my ex, my most recent ex. Nothing but love for her. She's incredible. I wish her the best. I'm doing pretty good right now in terms of like crying over it and beating myself up. But yeah, there's nothing more I want to do than just spend, the day with her or go on a hike. Like, everything reminds me of her. And it's just hard because it's been a little bit, but I think now that I got the closure, now that it's going to be like a pretty firm no contact unless I reach out, I feel better moving forward. I did tell her if I move, she was like, be honest, what's the chance you hit me up? And I was like, I don't fucking know. But if I do move out of state, part of me would want to get like a lunch or a dinner with her before I leave. But I also don't know if that would be good or not. Probably not. So we'll see. That's where I'm at with my ex. I took her stuff that I've had and put it in my memory box. I have a great memory box. Stuff from friends, all my exes, family. It's lovely. But today we got to get to work and keep figuring stuff out. But we're going to get these uploads where they're like on the day. So I'm going to try to upload one every day. I still have a couple backlog, but whoever's watching this, I hope you're having a great fucking day. I bet there's not a single person on the planet who's watched this 13 minutes through. I don't think I fucking would. But alright. Have a good day. Hope you're feeling good and go get some sun if you can.